Okay, part two on the prepping for the foaming. The garage here, we're just going to put R19 bats. They're 2x6 walls. There'll be R19 bats here. Over the garage will be R30 bats. Again, looking up to the rafters in the storage area over the garage, that'll be foamed. Okay, all the windows are going to be stuffed. I'll just show you some of the stuff that goes on here. You can see all along that lower sill plate, like right there, there's anchor bolts that go down into the concrete when it was poured. They've come in here because we want to get this ready for garage doors. You can see the strapping that we've done for wind loading and so on. Plus they filled all these cavities around the garage door so we can get on with constructing that. Some of the tie downs that we used with Tapcons, Titan Tapcons, and screwed right into the concrete as opposed to just wrapping a sill plate. And it took me going around the house, I think it took me 3 days to get those anchored into the concrete. And we went through 3 drills. We burned up 2 and finally went to the 3rd drill, and a big 10 amp drill, hammer drill and so on. And it still took, I don't know how many handfuls of Bosch drill bits to get in, because all those blocks, all the block foundation is filled with concrete, and it's filled with number 5 rebar. And once you get into the concrete, it's almost impossible to penetrate. This is walking into the laundry room. This is going to have a pocket door, so therefore such a wide opening. Washer goes over there, dryer goes over here. Right now the water system, let's see what the pressure reads this morning. We're still sitting at about 175 psi. All the piping that runs through the house was pressurized to 200 psi for inspection, even though your city only draws 35. In this case, we're actually up to 70 here on the city water, and so we might even use a reducer on it. But anyway, it gets pressure tested at 200 psi, and what the plumber's doing is he's letting this stay pressurized. So while we go through the process of foaming, while we go through the process of sheetrock and so on, if we happen to hit a pipe, we're going to know it. It's going to be a gas dryer, but we're also wired for right there for electric, depending on what you want to do. That's the gas pipe running up that wall. This is vent pipes behind the washer and dryer, so we know where they are, and more water pipes coming in. And that's our air conditioning refrigerant unit electrical panel. And that's all been wired now, pre-wired. And the guy did a really neat job, very good. This is our cable coming out. I think we have 4 cable satellite lines plus phone and, I always say it wrong, the number 5 thingamajigger. Plus we have number 6 in here for cable 2. I'll show you some of that as we go around. This is, again, coming off the garage. Then this is a hallway that will lead to a second master bedroom. You can see that they've come in with plastic. They've covered everything on the floor. They've covered every window and doorway with plastic, because this foam, I guess, really makes a mess. Anyway, this is the second master. You can see some of the air conditioning ducting. You can see some of the stripping that Scott has done on the ceilings, which allows for a better sheetrock job, because it gives them something to nail to that's flat and straight and predictable and everything. And how he's done the tray ceilings up here, that was quite a project. A lot of lumber in this place. Again, you can see that wall going out to the back porches, and even though it's in the attic, it's closed off because that all gets foamed. You're going to be looking up like you're inside of an igloo ice chest. Double French doors. Scott got those all finished and trimmed out. yesterday and got all our astragal gear put together on it. Again, you can see some of the stripping for wind protection up over the doors. I want to show you this. These are around every opening, patio door, whatever, are these huge anchor bolts. I don't know how many nails are in here without counting. There's probably about 25 on the top. And then this gets bolted down through the sill plate and is actually anchored into the concrete with, I think it's well, I'd guess 5/8 anchor bolt, and more anchors over here, and you can see all the wind strapping there. Some double stud activity. Wherever you have a double joist running overhead, everything's got to be doubled up. But anyway, this is the second master. Again, some more stripping, and what this does is this causes a continuous bond between the concrete and then your studs and your jack and your king studs around the windows and everything, and they go on and up, and then of course all your ceiling rafters or your roof rafters are all tied into, so it kind of creates a continuous kind of connection. This is going to be the second master bath, and you can see some of the plumbing. Just a single sink in here, tubs going over there. You can see some of the plumbing in the shower and so on. And this is what the electrician does. He just pulls a loop there now because, you know, not sure of where the different vanity lights are going. You can see some of the plumbing drains for the air conditioner running up here, which Scott has already tied off in the walls for the foaming, so that pipe doesn't move once they start blowing in there. And different blocking that's already been put in for different hanging bars and stuff. So you know your towel hangers and stuff that you do so they don't fall off the wall. This is the second master closet. And I wanted to mention one other thing. You can see some of the headers that we made here. But these headers over all the doors and all the windows, before we put those together, those are actually, I think those, I can't remember, I can't tell right off. They look like 2x12s. I'm pretty sure they're double 2x12s. And what we sandwiched in between there was layers of insulation before we nailed them together, and actually we manufactured them here and before we put them up. So they're full of insulation already. We'll give you a little bit of help. You can see how I've had my doorman over here, and every door is labeled so that we can place our order for our interior doors. And like this is a number 4 door is a 3.0, pocket door, slab only, and then he put something else under there that I can't remember. This is the little powder room. We'll have a pedestal sink over here. Toilet over there. Obviously you can start to see now some of the electrical wiring. I'll get over there so you can get a better view for cable, sound, stereo, and that kind of stuff. It's incredible. We went round and round for days on how we were going to do that. Exhaust fans will be essentially energy rated when we're done using fluorescent. Let's walk in there and then I'll try and in there. You walk down the hall, you could have gone left to the kitchen. In this case we're going to go right to, this will be the office. You can see, for example, the bundle of wire, and this is the kind of work they do out of Quality Alarm Service. This is actually cabling, and he's packaged it all up so that when he comes back to do the finish work, any paint or whatever doesn't affect the wires. I'm going to try and get this so it stays under 10 minutes. And some of the back side of the cabling. This is the closet in the office, and this is where all the control center will be for sound. I mean, just look at this, you know. And we can rack all our gear here in this closet out of the way, and all the HDMI cables and stuff are pretty much run. All right, let me quit this one, then start another one.